All right, guys, it's Nick with PNH Lawn Care, solo operation here in East Tennessee. If you're new to the channel and if you're a subscriber, welcome back, guys. Now, like a large majority of y'all, the past 2 days, Monday and Tuesday, winter showed its ugly face a little earlier than we expected. The temperatures, the wind. Now, guys, if you're in this business, you got to expect work in cold temperatures. I mean, that's not a big deal. I mean, we all expect it. But what really made the past 2 days just a wash, just can't get anything done, wasn't so much that it's cold. It's more that it's the wind. Whenever you've got 25, 30 mile an hour wind gusts constantly and a constant 8 to 10 mile an hour wind, and you're doing leaf cleanups, never, in my experience, if you want to blow the leaves this way, the wind's going to be blowing that way. If you want to blow them that way, the wind's blowing that way. It's just, Murphy's Law, I guess, is what it is. And today, the sun's out. It's a beautiful day. It's still a brisk, but it's supposed to get up in the 50s today, so that's very comfortable to work in. But we still have the wind gusts, so we got no choice but to get out and try and fight it. So that's what I'm going to be doing today, is some leaf cleanups, and I'm just dreading it because you can look at the flags and see that they're blowing so pretty. But that means if the flags are blowing like that, then it's going to be fun. But let's get to it and see how it works out, all right? Okay, so what you can see I did here, I went around the fence row and blew it all out to give me some space. See what I mean down through there? And I did that all around through there. Now with the wind blowing the way it is, I just tried to blow this out. But with the wind blowing the way it is, and it's blowing that way, and I need the pile over here, these are getting mulched. I mean, that's all, otherwise I'll be here all day. That's the pile I've got already. And that's just the backyard. There's the front. I haven't got to it yet, so you can see I'm dirtying up the street up there. So I tried around on the Turf Tiger for a while. All right, guys, after you do these leaf cleanups, if you run the 90-10, be sure you're getting stuff, cleaning that out, because it will clog up that fan and burn up the engine. It's not covered by warranty. So after you do a leaf cleanup, make sure that fan's cleaned out. All right, so did the final mow on 3 yards today, and then just been the leaf drop that y'all saw. Now I'm about to start another one, and this will take me to the end of the day. It's not fun, but at least we can work. At least it's not snow on the ground and stuff, right, guys? All right, this one, just gonna use the 9010, a couple tanks of gas, and get them to the road. You can hear, sounds like a steel in the background. So, and then the front's probably worse. And I take them down to that corner, and of course, the wind is blowing. Comes out of Knoxville heading this way. So, yeah, it ought to be fun. Sun's going down. Let's get it. All right, let's take a look at that. I've got the leaf burrito here. What happened? You can hear the wind blowing. So the piles were getting so big that, yeah, the 9010 will move them, but then the wind picks them up and sprays them all over the yard. And I've only got this wide of a gap to get the leaves up to the road. And normally I would plow them. But see this root system? You come down off the driveway and then you got rocks and roots. See all this in here? Look, that stick up throughout this backyard. So if I bring the Skag back here and face it towards me and start plowing them up that way, I'm gonna hit those roots and tear the deck all to pieces. So the 9010's not an option right now. And the Turf Tiger isn't an option right now, but the leaf burrito is. Sometimes you just gotta do it, guys. Dadgum. Look at the size of this pile. Crazy. Last year, it was right down there. Slipped on some acorns, fell back, or maybe it's year before last. Last year before last. Slipped on some acorns with the blower on my back, caught myself, broke that wrist. So it doesn't look like it, but that's a hill straight down. Alright, so the wind wouldn't let me blow them down over the bank, so I had to blow them all up here in the front yard. City's gonna love this, but you know, it is what it is. One of the worst things in the world is spending all day shooting one of these videos and then realize that night whenever you go to post it that you didn't do a closing, which is what happened yesterday. So today y'all got 2 days wrapped into one. That last yard, that isn't my biggest property, but it's my biggest property that I do a leaf job on. And that is the property, I can't remember if it's, I'm gonna have to look if it's last year or year before last, but all those little acorns, I was down there at the bottom of the hill blowing, and I was stepped backwards and just, and you know, you always put your hand down to catch yourself, and it just, oh man. So I still have trauma over that yard, but that's the most leaves that I of any property that I do, I think, pretty sure. There's probably some close second and thirds, but it takes the cake. I didn't even get to finish that one. It's getting dark and I gotta run pick my son up, run the basketball. But yeah, so that's what I've been doing this week, guys. How about y'all? Are y'all still full swing leaf cleanups, doing fall cleanups? But yeah, it appears that the leaves have decided to let go. It seems like they've been hanging on for a while, but I still have a bunch of trimming cleanups left to do. And I just thought I'd share some of them with you guys. If you don't have a leaf plow, drop that deck down. It doesn't do as good as a leaf plow, but it'll save you some time from sitting there and blowing, trying to move those big piles. I had to do it several times on that one I just left. So, but anyway, guys, that's what I have for today. If you like a leaf cleanup video, then you're gonna love this one. So hit the thumbs up. I'd love it if you guys would subscribe, and I will catch y'all on the next one. All right, have a good one.